I have Donoma here with me today. Thanks for joining me, guys. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
I'm Stephanie Donoma, and I play rhythm guitar and sing.
And I am Darren Wolf, and I play drums, and I do a little bit of singing here and there.
Right on. And why don't you let us know who else is in the band that wasn't able to join us here this afternoon?
So unfortunately, Tim King, who plays lead guitar, isn't here with us. Nick Campolo plays violin, and Shelly Mounts on the bass guitar.
Right on. So you guys have a show this this Saturday night.
Yes.
Saturday the 15th.
Yep.
You betcha.
All right. So this is going to be your first show in over a year.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's coming up at Public Craft Brewing in Kenosha.
So Saturday night, what time on Saturday night?
Music starts at 9.
Starts at 9. And who are you guys playing with?
So we're gonna have Robin McDuffie open up for us. Wonderful violinist.
She's from the band We the Heathens.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Milwaukee. So.
All right, fantastic. So just about a year ago, you guys released your latest record, American Rust, during, I guess, we can say the height of the pandemic. We talked to you as you were releasing that. So you've had an album out that you haven't been able to play out on. And this will be the first time you guys I think the first time you guys get to play out on American Rust. Is that correct?
It is. We did have, right when we released the album, we did have one thing set up at the Creative Space in Kenosha. That was going to be our album release, and that's right when everything was shutting down. So,
okay, so you guys took the pandemic pretty seriously. So you just started to get back together here in the last, say, month or a couple of weeks to prepare for your show.
We have. We were fortunate enough to most of us get fully vaccinated early on, like starting in February. So we took advantage of that, and we got back into the studio here to start practicing as soon as we could.
So what was it like getting back together with the band after such a long hiatus?
it was really emotional. We had seen each other here and there, trying to do maybe some, while the weather was nice, do some outdoor practices on acoustics, and Darren would lug around buckets. But it's not the same being with your mates over call that it is in person.
Right. So did you have to, how did it go when you were shaking off the rust, I guess, for pardon the pun, for American Rust? Did you guys have to break out the album, the recording of the album, and kind of listen through it, or did it kind of just like riding a bike?
A little bit of both. I think we've had to play both the songs over again. Be like, what did we do here?
Yeah, it was kind of an exercise in relearning a lot of the songs. It's turned out, I think the songs are stronger now than they were before.
Okay, yeah, because when you released American Rust, a lot of the lyrics were specific, were a reflection of the environment at that time, of a lot of the turmoil that was going on, and it just in the country itself. And now it's been a year, and I think everything's still relevant to that. Does having kind of taken a break from when you've written and recorded to now getting back to playing it, how does it feel, I guess, to that impact the way that the songs were written in kind of an emotional sense?
Definitely on a point where I feel like the songs are universal enough to maybe, how do I word this, like hit an emotional bend.
Yeah, I think they transcend time. I mean, I think they're as relevant then as they are now.
Right.
A change.
Yeah, and it's just and everything is weird in the with the pandemic. Everything's different, but just it has to be kind of just different to take such a large break from having written the songs, to have them so fresh and wanting to get them out into the world, and then having to sit on them, and now being able to come back to them and revisit them. Has any of the have any of the way that the songs are arranged changed as you kind of got a chance to kind of live with them for a little bit as recorded?
I wouldn't say they changed. Oh, yeah, Nick is finally hearing
Nick
this.
joined us, so maybe he can answer that.
I didn't hear the.
Have any of the songs changed really since we've sat on them for over a year, not being able to play it?
I think we've come up with some new twists on some of them, and I think if anything, we made them better.
Okay.
We maybe changing styles a little bit.
I started singing backup on some of them, so.
Okay.
Yeah, lo and behold, this guy sings and whistles. We just found this out.
He was hiding it.
He's been practicing during the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
They still won't give me a microphone, but it's a good,
So-
believe me.
So we're talking to Donoma, who are going to be playing this Saturday night, 9 p.m. at the Public Craft Brewery down in Kenosha. Saturday the 15th, Robin McDuffie will be opening up. Is there anything that anybody, if people are coming on out, is there anything that they should know about coming on out to the Public Craft Brewery to see you guys?
Absolutely. So the Public Craft Brewery, they've been doing a wonderful job trying to keep everything as safe as possible in their building. The room though that the music is in is going to be a little smaller packed, and there's going to be some doors that will be closed. So if you're uncomfortable, I don't want anybody to come out if they feel unsafe. But there are going to be doors that lead to the outside open, and we're going to have fans blowing and running air through, so there'll be circulation inside of those walls.
And we encourage everyone to, wear their masks and just do what they think is right for themselves.
And
We
each other.
are
yeah.
also playing in front of a window, and there's going to be tables on the outside there, and people can congregate on the outside and hear us as well.
We'll be
Yeah.
probably pretty loud. So
It usually turns out that people at our last public show at the old location, people did listen on the outside as well. So that's an option for people to keep distanced and still. Yes.
So you guys have been getting back together and been able to practice. Have you been focusing on the songs from American Rust, or have you also been working on some of the other songs from some of your previous albums, from your back catalog as well?
we got a little bit of everything. I think
Okay.
I feel really strong about the set list and the way that we've pieced it together.
And do you have anything, so this will be your first show. Do you have anything else? Are you working on other shows later this summer as hopefully things open up further?
We have a couple booked.
Yeah, we have a few booked around Kenosha and Racine, but we're really concentrating on making it out more into the Midwest in general.
Okay.
Things open up. I'm looking at Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit, those suburbs, and just getting out of town as much as possible.
Right. No, it's really great to finally have an interview with a band that's able to actually promote promote live performances and not just talk about releases and not have anything to actually, other than the release to plug.
Yeah, so we're so grateful to you to be able to get us on there and help us do that as well.
Yeah, and I think hopefully that there's going to be a huge response to having live music, and everybody will hopefully be very excited to be back. Be able to get back and see experience live music.
It's
rather
been
than
a
just
huge
listening to it.
missing. Yeah, it's been something huge that's been missing from people's lives, I think. And Darren keeps running around with the people are hungry and they're thirsty.
They're thirsty for live music.
Yeah.
I swear everyone I talk to is super excited to come out and see and listen and just feel that energy,
Absolutely. So again, Donoma will be performing this Saturday night in Kenosha, Saturday the 15th at Public Craft Brewery, along with Robin McDuffie. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank
We're
you
gonna hear
so
a couple
much.
more songs. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Good one.